Ever feel like you're not great with money? Well, you might be a little bit better than you thought. Many people underestimate their money skills, but there are subtle signs that could reveal that you are a little bit better and a little bit more financially savvy than you actually think. Let's chat about 13 little signs that reveal that you are better with money than you thought. Plus, I'll reveal 13 tips to help you boost your financial savvy a little bit more. Hi everybody, my name is Sarah. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate you. If you don't know me, I am the owner of frozenpennies.com. I'm a financial coach, and as a family, we are debt-free. Yes, these are the tips. Many people underestimate their ability with money. Even though they don't think that they're good at money, there are certain signs that come up that make you lean more toward financially savvy than you might recognize in yourself. Sign number 1. You know that you need a budget. You know that the budget is necessary for your money management. You may have tried a couple of things, maybe tried an app or a budget planner, and it just didn't work, so you just dropped it. Just knowing that you need a budget is really half of the battle. With a budget, like anything else, whether you're training for a 5K or learning to paint, it takes practice. You can't just try a budget one time, 1 month, and then throw your hands up in the air and say it didn't work. You need to continue practicing and tweaking and finding a system that works for you. Whether you're using an app or a spreadsheet or paper and pen, you will find a system and stick to it long enough to know that a budget will actually work. If you're looking for a budget, grab this free downloadable digital budget planner. It's not going to cost you a penny. I'll leave a link below. Number 2, you shop for a better price. Even if you know that it's something that maybe you don't necessarily need, it's a want versus a need, you're still shopping for a good price. You're online doing searches using Chrome extensions like Honey or Rakuten to find a better price or find a coupon. That is a significant sign that you're better with money than you think. It could be a need even if you need a new vacuum cleaner because yours just broke. You're online doing some searches looking for a great price. This is a sure sign that you're a little bit frugal. The rest of your finance might be a hot mess express dumpster fire, but you know that you can find a better price on everything that you might need. That's a good sign for your finances. Sign number 3, you have a start of an emergency fund. Even if it's $5 in a savings account, you are conscious that you need an emergency fund. Even if you're putting $5, $3, $10, $100 a paycheck in it, you know that the emergency fund is crucial and you're aware that you need it. That's a sure sign that you're not so terrible at money. And you know the importance of having that savings account. The role of an emergency fund is so incredibly important when it comes to the safety and concern and security of your future. Having that emergency fund is like a weight lifted off your shoulders because you know if anything happens, you have that extra money in order to tap into to take care of yourself or your family. Even if you're only saving small amounts here and there, you understand the importance of having the emergency fund. Also, consider moving that small emergency fund, no matter how small it is, to a high yield savings account. I just want to throw this out there because I'm amazed at the difference that my money is making for me between the regular bank account and the high yield savings account. Now, I know it's going to take a little bit longer for me to get that money if I need it, but most of the time, most emergencies will allow you 24 to 48 hours to get the money. I just heard something that was super interesting to me, that money is a tool to make more money. Money is not necessarily a tool to just pay bills and buy stuff. If you can change your mindset about this a little bit and realize that money is a tool to make more money, then you might be able to find that money is more abundant to you. Sign number 4, you're willing to watch YouTube videos like this and read financial books. Books about frugal living and saving money, as well as investing and getting out of debt. That's a sure sign that you know that money is important and can work for you if you can just back it up a little bit and get out of debt. If you want to know the financial books that I'm reading now and the YouTube videos that I'm watching right now when it comes to money, stay until the end and I'm happy to share those with you. You're always willing to learn. You're always willing to embrace new ideas, learn new concepts, no matter how small they might be, to help with your financial situation. Like strategies for managing and paying off your credit cards. This, to me, as a financial coach, is the biggest holdback for better money management and for better wealth building. Credit cards and consumer debt will bury you. The one priority that you have right now, after making sure you have a roof over your head, you have heat, and you have food on your table, is to get rid of that credit card debt once and for all. Uncle Frank wants me to remind you to subscribe to these videos. If you like this type of stuff and you want to be notified, make sure you hit that bell. And thank you for being part of the Frozen Pennies community. Sign number 5, you're saving for retirement. Even if it only means whatever your company is putting in for you and whatever they require you to take out, even if that means that it's a requirement of the job for you to save for your 401k, you're doing it. You understand that it's being done and you have a very small nest egg being built for your future. You also think about it often. I really need to save more for retirement. I really need to get that paperwork done so I can increase my 401k contributions. I really need to start that little savings account to build up so at the end of the year I can buy a Roth IRA. Those thoughts are happening in your head. That's a good sign. Sign number 6, you sometimes avoid impulse purchases. I mean, have you ever been walking around Target and picked a candle up and smelled it and you're ready to put it in your cart but decide, I don't think I really need this, and put it back? Or you're walking through the grocery store and realize that you don't need 3 cookies, you only need 1 package of cookies, so you put the other 2 back. Those are signs that you're better with money. You're understanding that curbing those impulse purchases can lead to financial wealth. What if you took the money that you would have spent on that $5 candle or those 2 packages of cookies, say $8, and threw those into that savings account? Wouldn't it be great if you had an app on your phone that you could just do that real quick while you're standing in line waiting to cash out, while it's fresh in your memory? If you're thinking about these things already, there's no reason why you can't carry through on it. Also consider the techniques to avoid the impulse purchases. When you're getting ready to cash out at Target or the grocery store, take a look in your cart and question whether or not you actually need these things. Also, when you're online shopping, consider the 24, now they're pushing for a 48-hour rule, where you can throw things in your cart and then you can come back to it later on to see if it's something that you really want or need. I just heard a study that says the dopamine rush doesn't come when you get the packages in the mail. The dopamine rush comes from putting them in your cart. So throw all the things in your cart and maybe wait until the month's end to look back and realize that most of that stuff that you don't need. And getting the packages in the mail isn't nearly as exciting as throwing the things in the cart. Sign number 7, you shop with a plan. So you go through in your meal planning, or you're going through, and when you fall short on something around your house, like you run out of ketchup, you're putting it on a list. That grocery list is your plan. And also, reminding Alexa to put it on your grocery list is also part of the plan. If you're creating a meal plan, that's an even better plan. It doesn't matter if you're doing grocery pickup or you're actually shopping through the grocery store with a list. You have a plan. You have a meal plan that's even better. Sign number 8, you dream about your future. You have a vision, a dream, a fantasy of what your midlife and retirement years look like. Whether that just be sitting on the front porch, rocking in a rocking chair, drinking a glass of lemonade, spending time with family and grandchildren, or traveling to all of the places that you've never been and always wanted to visit. That in itself, that dream of what you want your future to look like, is a reflection of how good you are at money and how much better you actually are than you thought. Being able to dream about what your future looks like and then taking the steps today to make that happen is a first step into better money management. Sign number 9. You are or have considered a side hustle or part-time job, whether it to be pay off the debt, pay off the house, or invest more in your retirement. You have a vision. You think that you need more money to do that. Part-time jobs or side hustles can bring in an extra $1,000 a month. Imagine what that can do for your budget, for your money management, for your retirement, for your debt repayment. You could even have a part-time job just to fund your vacation fund. Therefore, you're not putting that vacation on that credit card and building that debt up even further. If you're thinking of how to get more money and are interested in some ideas on part-time jobs, check out this video above. Sign number 10, you negotiate for better prices. This could mean so many things. You're calling up your cable company, your internet company, and saying, do you have any better deals on internet because this is going up and I can't afford it? You're calling your cell phone provider and saying, I don't think that we're using as much as we're paying for. Do you have a better deal? Or just switching cell phone providers as a whole. You could also consider negotiating prices for other things. Like if you're in line at Kohl's and you ask the cashier if they may have any kind of coupons or discounts behind the registers. Sometimes at Kohl's they do. And don't forget, when you're shopping for bigger ticket items, always ask how you can get a better deal. Sometimes even the big box stores have dented items or scratched items that they're willing to let go for a much more reduced price. And then you can just add a little paint to that little scratch and nobody will ever know. Sign number 11, you love to buy used, whether that be thrift stores, garage sales, or the online equivalent ThredUp. Now, loving a good deal and a good bargain don't necessarily go hand in hand with better money management. Quick story. I have always been frugal all of my life. As you know, if you've been around this channel for more than a hot minute, you know that I come from a long line of frugal women. However, in my 20s, that didn't correlate to being a better money manager or any kind of money manager. I got myself into holes, big, deep holes with debt between student loans, because that was the only way back then that I knew how to go to college, to credit cards because they offered, and hey, I love clothes. So they gave me all of this debt, allowed me to borrow all of this money when I didn't even have a job. I was a college student. So I dug myself into a pretty decent hole, even though I was super frugal and was raised super frugal and have always been super frugal. I had to learn how to manage my money better, and I had to learn more about myself to know that for the longest time, I didn't have credit cards because I knew that I was not good and I had not learned how to manage them properly. Sign number 12 that you might be better with money than you think. You lose sleep over money. I mean, how many of us are doing that, right? How many of us are laying awake at night thinking about, stressing about how we're going to pay this bill, how we're going to make it happen? Do I have enough money in the bank account this week for groceries? I got this bill coming up that I don't know how to pay. Property taxes, medical bills, IRS bills, debt payoffs, all of these things tend to keep us up at night. You're thinking about money, you're thinking about your financial well-being and your financial situation, and you're thinking about how to get out from underneath all of this. This means that there's a plan and action. There's going to be a better way to live your financial life than being awake at night thinking about it. These are the first steps in better financial peace. Sign number 13 is you have financial goals. You know that there are things in your life financially that you want to prepare for and get ready for. These are a little bit different than dreams because goals normally have a timeline to them. So even if you're doing just small amounts and you recognize that you have these goals and you want to put them into goal-oriented action, you have the capability of making these things happen. You understand the importance of setting and working toward those financial goals. Whether they be the short-term goals or the long-term goals, you get it. You get the concept and you're ready to make the commitment to do this. So those are the 13 signs that you're actually better with money than you think you are. Now you just have to take all of these signs that you know you have and put them into action. And keep practicing. I know it's hard. I know it doesn't come easy for most of us, but I have faith and I believe in you that you can get these things done. Okay, so let's talk about the things that I'm reading and watching right now in order to build my financial muscle a little bit better. The first is a video that stands out in my head. I watched it the day before yesterday by Austin Williams. This is what the YouTube video looks like. It talks about the volatility of the world right now and the states that we are living in right now, and it's very interesting. It's a little complex, but it's absolutely worth the listen. And the book I'm reading right now is this one by Dean Graziasi. Now, I have seen Dean on a lot of podcasts. I tend to watch my podcasts on YouTube instead of just listening because I'm a visual learner. And he's fantastic. He's really knowledgeable and really good. Now, I just started this, so I don't really have a rating on it yet. I can't tell you if it's any good. It starts out pretty good, and I really do like Dean, so I think it's going to be great. And it's going to give you some great tips on money management if you want to get to being a millionaire. That's it. Those are the things that I'm watching, the things that I'm reading, and the signs that I think that you're better with money than you think. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you, and have a great day. Bye-bye.